Hey guys, Piano Joe here. Today is day 7 of my journey with this Yamaha CP-70, and today we're going to be doing some more detailed cleaning. So today I had the piano guy come over. So he looked over the piano, said that this thing's definitely worth fixing up. All I need is a few felts, the ones that I took out, for example, but the rest he said were good. He's going to come back, we're going to do some adjusting of the action, and we're going to be oiling some of the joints, and then it should be working beautifully again. So I'm not going to really be needing to replace the strings, but I will need 2 strings for the 2 missing ones. The one right here, and then the one right there. So 2 strings I'm going to need to actually replace. But right now we're going to be doing a more detailed cleaning of the inside of this thing, since we actually didn't really get too much into this. There's still a lot of dust, still a lot of dirt, a lot of nasty stuff. So right now we're going to be focusing on cleaning a bunch of felts, then we're going to be vacuuming this thing, using some pledge again on any areas that I missed during the first cleaning. And without further ado, let's get this thing working. Alright guys, so now that this is done, these felts are, they still got the wear and tear on them, like the little bit of black from rubbing against the other parts. But they feel pretty good. They look much better, they feel much better. They pretty much are much better. So next I'm just going to be turning this piano around, and then on the other side there's some connectors that are loose and they came apart for the, let me see, the outputs are right over here. Yeah, the outputs are kind of loose, so I'm going to be fixing up those connectors. We're also going to be trying to look at the tremolo and stuff, see what we got going on over there, and then hopefully I'm probably going to be buying some contact cleaner, going to be cleaning up these knobs, kind of get rid of some of that popping when you're turning them up and down, and possibly fix the tremolo, possibly. We'll see. So let's get this thing turned around and see if we can start fixing this thing. But first off, I just wanted to mention, each one of these has a little piece of metal that pushes them back out. As you can see, they come right back out. This one right here, the metal kind of popped out from its place in the groove. So I'm going to turn that around, show you guys how to fix that. I hope I can fix it. We'll see. Let's do this. So we got this thing moved around finally. That took a little while. Let me move this camera so you guys can kind of see what I'm talking about. Let me see, where'd it go? There it is. Okay. Alright. So right there, as you can see, there's a little piece of metal right here. I'm moving it. Well, that one came loose right between there. So I'm going to try to go with some pliers and move that thing back, as well as fix these loose connections. As you can see, they're all just coming right out. That's for the outputs right there. So we're going to try to fix that up, see if we can get this thing looking nice again and functioning well. Alright guys, so when I was putting these back on, one of them kind of actually cracked off a little bit, one of the connectors. I managed to fix it though, because all I did was just bend it even more so it still makes full contact. So I'm not going to be splicing any wires, I'm just leaving them alone. It works, so it's fine. Next up we're just going to be just pretty much cleaning the rest of this thing, just making sure it's all nice. Cleaning, just more thorough cleaning. So let's do it. Next up, we're going to be cleaning these dials all around, just getting in there, trying to get out any nasty impacted dirt or dust. So alright guys, so I washed the dials, they're dry now, so I'm going to be putting them back in, and they're going to look really good. So now I'm just going to be cleaning all of this stuff a little bit more in depth. I'm going to be, again, brushing the felts. Also, I'm going to be shining up, let me show you right here. I'm going to be shining up the back of these keys. So there's this little metal pin, if you can see, right there. And this is for when you're pressing down this key, it's going up. And this is pushing up the individual dampers. So this thing, the piano guy said, can make the keys sound more noisy if it's kind of corroded. So I'm going to go through it and kind of wipe them. But when you're doing this, you also have to be careful not to bend it, because then there goes your damper action. So we're going to try to do this carefully as well. And hopefully after this, then we'll get the felts. Then we put this thing back together. Oh yeah, and also we have to oil some of this stuff first. But yeah, if we can get this thing back together, that would be awesome. So without further ado, let's start it. Guys, so I'm finally done now with cleaning this thing. Took a little while, but I'm glad it's finally finished. So just to review what I did, I cleaned out these felts with just this toothbrush. As you can see, it kind of has a greenish tint to it now, which is kind of funny. Got a bunch of the felt stuck in there. But I mean, now these are much better. They're kind of like freshened up, got rid of all the dirt and dust on them. And then, yeah, that's pretty much it for that. These, I still have to replace this felt here, which ripped. So that one's got to be replaced, but the guy said, oh yeah, this one too. The guy said, like, they're pretty much fine. I don't really need to replace them. So, and then here, this is what you guys were like watching for so long. I had to clean all these pins, which was for the individual dampers, lifting them up when you press a key down. And as you can see now, they're shiny. Nothing a little pledge and an old sock can't fix. So, there you go, all shiny, all nice. Rest of this stuff I didn't really do anything to. But, yeah, so the keys are finally fully cleaned. Everything's ready to be put back in. So when we get those felts, we can put them all back in, and then all the stuff can go right back into the piano. And then, as you already saw before, I pretty much went in and did a detailed cleaning, cleaned out all the dirt around these edges, well, as best as I could. I used Q-tips, so now all this is clean. This was all filled with dust and dirt. It was gross before. All this has been cleaned out. Clean, clean, clean. Power, cleaned out. These have all been cleaned, everything around the edges again. Knobs taken out and cleaned. Then I put them in the right position again, because they were a little bit off before. This is all cleaned again. Went in here with a Q-tip, cleaned all that out. And then did the same to the side. Clean, clean, clean. And then fixed up this power, well, the circuitry. As you already know before, it like kept coming out. So I kind of pinched this one too hard and it broke a part of it. But I still had enough metal that I could clamp it around, so it's still going to work fine. Rest of these are all connected, all good. I checked this tremolo area. I mean, as you can see, everything seems to be working, and I looked and everything was like connected, so that's why I just put it back. I went, you know what, I'm not gonna mess with it, we'll just leave it. Rest of this has all been cleaned, vacuumed, wiped everything down again. Cleaned around the pickups with the toothbrush, so now they're even cleaner. And then cleaned all these felts. And they are so much more like cushiony now. It's like such a big difference. It's actually pretty cool. So I don't need to replace those. And then the one little metal string that you know, like pushes these things back out. I fixed that one because it was poking out of here, so this one was just like staying in. But now, look at that. Comes right back out. So that's all fixed. Honestly, this just looks cool just like that. It's just like such a cool looking instrument. Did nothing with the key bed. And we still got to work on this name board. Particularly the felt, which is still kind of there. I mean, I sanded it down. I did the best I could, but this was, as you know, was like kind of taking out wood with it. So when I tried removing this, like pieces of wood were coming out as well with the glue. So I kind of sanded it down as best as I could, and I think I could just put a new one right over this. It should be totally fine. But we'll figure that out later. But yeah. definitely made a lot of progress today, guys. I mean, literally, this is all the cleaning that I possibly can do till we get the felts and start putting it back together. So, part 4 is going to be really exciting, guys. This is going to be putting it back together, oiling parts, regulating the action, the key level, everything. So this is going to be a lot of fun, guys. So stay tuned. Part 4 hopefully will be coming out soon, whenever we get the time to do it. But I hope you guys enjoyed the series so far. This has been part 3. So part 4 is next, and I hope that's the final step because I really want to play this piano. So if you guys like this video, leave a big thumbs up. Share this video with your friends who you think might like it. Also subscribe because that helps a lot. I'm trying to make some money off of this too, so you know I can afford this. So yeah, alright guys. This has been Piano Joe, and I hope you guys have a great day. What's up guys, Piano Joe here, and I just wanted to do an update. So what I've been doing with this piano is putting this piece of wood back to the frame. So the screw was coming right out. It was just all scraped everything, so it wasn't really working well. So what I did was I got 2 clamps, as you can see, 2 pieces of metal. I'm going to show you how to do this a little later. But I got some Gorilla Wood glue, lifted this out as much as I could, put the glue in between, then clamped it together, waited 22 hours. Then I test fitted the screw again, tried to put it in there, and the screw went in and it's tight. So now these are really important, as I'm going to show you. There's one there, and all the way around you see these wood blocks. Now what these things do is hold up this metal part, which is a harp. So this is really important to prevent the harp from getting damaged or anything while moving, because this is securing this end of the harp. As you can see, there's no other attachment points except for these 2 blocks of wood in the front. So that's what I did, and it worked out great. So I actually didn't really film it because I thought it was going to be an epic fail. So I didn't want to get that whole video, but it actually turned out really good. So I'm going to show you guys what I did. So what you're going to want is 2 semi-thick, it needs to be a little bit thick, pieces of metal. And the one's going to go on this side. Since there's metal hardware there, I used a piece of cardboard and then I put the metal there. And then you're going to want another piece of metal on this side. And then I got my clamps, clamped it down, got the other one, and then clamped it down on this side. You usually want about like 2 clamps to just keep the continuous pressure, and so it won't glue in the wrong way, because if you have one like all the way here, let's say, then this part might still be sticking out. So I just put it on both parts so I had everything covered. And you're always going to want these, and the reason why is because this prevents these clamps from leaving indentations in the wood, because they definitely will. You're putting a lot of pressure. And as you can see, because I put the cardboard and everything, didn't add any more scratches, because this thing was already scratched up, but I didn't add anything else. No more dents, nothing. And on this side, absolutely nothing. It turned out really well, and I'm happy about it. So guys, if you're having a problem with the frame like I did with the harp frame, I mean, it was pretty easy fix. Just put some wood glue in there, clamp it, wait a few hours, and the end result is just absolutely beautiful. Well, not fully beautiful, but it's going to be functional, and you're not going to see this because this is on the bottom. So guys, another DIY for you all. I'm actually really happy with how it turned out. So without further ado, let's continue restoring this piano.